Hello vinyl community, this is vinyl video number 3, Vinyl Rich at you. On this video I'm going to talk about some albums I picked up from somebody that I found on Craigslist. They'll spit it out. Picked up 43 records. If you the total I paid, you divide it by 43, I paid like $3.68, I believe it was, per record. As I was browsing through them, I came across this one, but I just, passed it up until I came across this one. Taboo number 2. Now that's an album cover right there. So I go, if I'm going to get 2, might as well get Taboo number 1. It's music by Arthur Lyman. I had never heard of him before. It's pretty cool. Next up, Gordon Lightfoot. The Summer Side of Life. And all of these records are in really good shape. Most are in excellent. Some of the album covers have some wear, but most are in really good shape. Most are first or early pressings also. The ones that aren't, I'll let you know as we go along. This is the Mamas and the Papas, their debut album, I believe. I believe this is their second one, If You Can Believe Your Eyes and Ears, the Mamas and the Papas. This is not the one that shows the toilet, obviously. This is the one that has some of their big hits, so Monday Monday, California Dreamin'. This is another one by the Mamas and the Papas. Delivered, I believe. Delivered. This is a later one by them, the Mamas and the Papas, People Like Us. And next up we got Little Feat. Dixie Chicken. Got another one by Little Feat. He had about 4 or 5 of Little Feat, and I wish I would have picked them all up. Sailing On. Really cool artwork on that one. Next is a guy that if I see his records out in the wild, I'll usually pick them up if they're in good shape, even decent shape. It's Buddy Miles, Electric Church. I really like Buddy Miles. He made one album, I believe, with who was that? Billy Cox, the guy that played bass with Jimi Hendrix. I'm looking for that one. There's another guy I like a lot, Billy Preston. Here he is, having a good old time. Next up is Airto, Virgin Land. Yeah, this guy, he had like 6 tables of records set up in his garage. This is another Airto. He had 1 table of jazz, no, 2 tables of jazz, 1 of classical, and 2 tables of light pop and rock. Gene LaPonte, Civilized Evil. Here we got the Jerry Mulligan Quartet, some California 50s jazz. And that one is on the Columbia 6i. We got That Old Feeling by Frank Sinatra. All Alone by Frank Sinatra. And this is one that was in our house when I was a kid. Strangers in the Night by Frank Sinatra. I like that album a lot. Got Arlo Guthrie's first album. I believe it's his first album. Got this motion picture soundtrack. This is in excellent shape. I mean, it looks like it was never played. And it's got the original sleeve, and it's in good shape. Got one country I picked up. Jimmy Rogers sings folk songs. I'm not real familiar with this guy, but I figured I'd give it a try. This one is not an original or a first pressing, I don't believe. It's Joe Jackson. Looks sharp. It's got the barcode in the back right there. Right on this side. So I don't believe that's a first pressing. Here's another one that is definitely not a first pressing. When I saw this there, in the shape it was in, I go, oh yeah, I gotta get this. And I didn't notice until I got home. It was, see right there, right there, you can see the barcodes. But it's a good album. Here's another one that has barcodes. The Animals' Greatest Hits Live. This one is a very earlier first pressing. The Animals, Animalization. This is a good album. He had 2 Jackie Wilson records. You Ain't Heard Nothing Yet is the one I picked up. It's him singing Al Jolson songs. I kind of wish I would have got the other one, but I don't know. This is John Sebastian's first album. There he is at Woodstock. Here he is again. This is a good album. Association. This is with the world's square. The earth is square. That's the inside. Next up, a really good band from the 60s. Fifth Dimension. The Age of Aquarius. Next up, Randy Newman. I don't know if this is his first album or not. And then we got a guy I like a lot, Harry Nilsson. Nilsson Sings Newman. There's another Nilsson, Aerial Ballet. There's a documentary on this guy, really good movie. Moving On by the Commodores. I believe this is their 3rd album. I have their 4th album. I would like to get their 1st and their 2nd. This is a little heavier than most of the stuff he had there. It's Iron Butterfly's Ball. It's a gatefold. There's the band right there. This one I haven't opened up, it's sealed. Sunny Aid and his African Beats Synchro System. This one is I can't believe how good a condition this is. More of the Monkees, the 2nd Monkees album. I mean, who owned that? You know, most Monkees albums are beat to hell. Roberta Flack's first album. We got Dean Martin, This Time I'm Swinging. Rare Earth, Get Ready. Richie Havens' Mixed Bag. This is his first album. Paul Revere and the Raiders. They got rid of their silly suits. This is a little more psychedelic. This is my first album by this guy, and I'm glad to have it. Donny Hathaway, there you go. Extension of a Man. There's Donny right there. Now this album I love. I used to love this album. Chambers Brothers. Time Has Come Today. My cousin Ray, if you played that song, Time Has Come Today, it would scare. We'd turn the lights out, put that song on, he'd get all scared. This is a band I've seen several times, LA band, love them. Wall of Voodoo, Dark Continent. I already have this album, but you don't really see this that often. I don't really see it, and on CD, I don't know if it's more rare on CD than an album, but the CD sells for a ridiculous amount. It's got the, but it's not the first press. It's on this IRS. The album I have, the first press, it's got custom labels, and they have these rock formations on it. And then finally, my last one, he had about 4 of this band's albums. I'd heard of them, but I never really heard them. But I decided to pick this one up just because it's the die-cut album cover. It's Gentle Giant Octopus. After hearing this album, I really wish I would have got the other ones. I'm probably going to give this guy a call again and maybe head back out there. And that's it. 43 albums. I tried to show them as fast as I could. I'd like to thank everybody that's been watching. Thanks a lot. The subscribers, and this is only my 3rd video, and more people are watched than I kind of thought would. And thanks a lot, and hugs and kisses. What?